Hello, Wealth Champions. Welcome to another episode of Trade Talks from Growth Garden. First, I'd like to start off with my disclaimer. This information is for education, entertainment purposes. I'm just sharing my knowledge. I'm not a financial advisor, and in no way is this legal financial advice because I don't have a license. I don't know you personally to sit down and tell you about this. So this is something that works for me and some of my clients, and just me sharing some of my life experience, things that worked, things that I learned from other people that didn't work, things to avoid, just little life hacks and little shortcuts that I learned, little gems that I want to share. All right, as always, we like to grow the channel at Growth Garden. So if you found this information to be useful, please share, like, and subscribe. This is a series called Trade Talks, and today I'm going to answer a question that someone asked of me. So I said, you know what, this might not be a bad idea for a quick video. Basically, someone asked me, how can they help their children to build wealth so they can get ahead and start learning about wealth and building wealth early in life? Because far too often, some of us don't find out about this until later. So they want to know from a parent perspective, from a grandparent perspective, or even an aunt and an auntie perspective. So I said, you know what? Give me some time. I'm going to come up with a strategy and share my thoughts, and I will let you know. So that's what today's video is about. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Roth IRA. So I'm going to start there. With children, especially the younger children, if they are working, they can legally contribute to a Roth IRA up to the income that they earn in that year. Also consult a tax advisor, because if I'm not mistaken, jobs like babysitting and dog walking and stuff like that counts as income when they get paid for doing jobs like that, or if they have a traditional W-2 job. But again, consult your tax expert or tax advisor for that information. But in this example, let's say you have a child and they babysit or they cut grass, and that particular year they earned $3,000 in babysitting or cutting grass. You can actually open up a custodial Roth IRA if they are a minor. So this way you can open that up and they can contribute money based on the level of income that they earn that year, not more. And therefore, in the Roth IRA, this money will be growing and starting at an early age. So if they're 15 or 16 or 12, 10, basically they could begin building wealth at that early age and starting with a simple ETF or index fund. So this way there's no stock picking and all the strategies. It's all easy work that's set up for them to do. Start off with a simple fund. Some people just want it simplified and they just want to pick one ETF. Just pick one core ETF and put the money away and just let it do its magic. And over time, it'll just grow. The hack to that is when they put this money in, it's going to be growing for them. But they legally won't pay any taxes on the growth in the IRA. So that's a beautiful thing because they're starting to invest. They're also legally avoiding taxes because they're following the protocol, which is you have to have earned income up to a certain level. You can't have the account have to be open for 5 years, and you got to wait until 59 and a half to withdraw. But the caveat is you can withdraw principal from a Roth IRA. You just can't touch the interest portion. If you do, that will be penalized. But you can access the principal part without a penalty. So in theory, they can be putting money away to buy a car, putting money away to save for college, putting money away to, buy their first purchase of a home. So yeah, it's a lot of wonderful things that they can be doing there. And their money will be growing and making interest based on what fund that you actually pick and put it in. For example, I have a client and they actually like the S&P 500 from Vanguard, which is VOO. I'm not telling you to buy this particular fund. This is just an example and for example purposes. So they actually dollar cost average into the VOO ETF. And over the last 5 years, that fund did an 80% return. So not only are you beating inflation, you're also avoiding taxes, because that 80% profit over the last 5 years, pretty impressive. Your money is growing at a rate higher than inflation, and you're avoiding taxes. So you keep more of your money in your pocket. That's just one of the little life hacks to how to start your children off and setting them up at a beginning stage. So as soon as they can start working, or if you own a business, you can hire them, to do things within your business. You can hire them to cut the grass. You can hire them to shovel the snow and pay them. Just consult your tax advisor on how you will go about showing that that was what you paid them, and how they earn income, and provide that information. So that's the answer to that question. I have thoughts. I have thoughts. I want to know your thoughts. What do you guys think about setting your children up early to position themselves to build wealth and become, millionaires, if not more, by starting out early and teaching them the fundamentals of investing and showing them how, instead of working for a job, give them the idea to hire money and give it a job to work for them. It's a different concept. So I find that very attractive. Let me know if any of you guys out there are doing this currently with your children, or have started a custodial account, or plan to in the near future because of this video. All right. Once again, thank you for listening to Trey Talks His Thoughts at Growth Garden. Remember, if you got something from this, please like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, bye-bye.